Welcome back to Conspiracy Theories and Chill. In this episode, we're going to take another look at the Mandela Effect. Now, in our first Mandela Effect video, we covered 15 of the most insane examples that I could find, and it was really hard to narrow down a list of 15 out of the hundreds of great examples of Mandela Effects out there. So I decided that an encore video was going to be needed, because there were just too many more great ones that I didn't get to. So here's 15 more insane Mandela Effects. We'll start off with the one that made me have to do a second Mandela Effect video to begin with. This one has got to do with the village people. Now picture the village people in your head. Do you got it? Do you see them there at the YMCA? Does your image look like this? Mine doesn't. This looks so wrong to me. First, I remember only 5 guys, not 6. And it's the army guy that was never there before. But there he is, plain as day. This next one bothered me deeply too. Think about your car's side view mirror. What does it say? I remember it as objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. And that's the way many people remember it. But it's always been objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Do you remember the Looney Tunes? Of course you do. If you're like me, you grew up on Looney Tunes cartoons. Now how do you remember the tunes in Looney Tunes being spelled? I remember it as T-O-O-N-S, like in cartoon. But it's always apparently been T-U-N-E-S, which not only looks wrong, it makes no sense. Plus, in Tiny Toons, it's spelled the way people remember it, as T-O-O-N-S, so why would they spell it differently? This next one is also from my childhood. I used to love to go to the restaurant Chuck E. Cheese. It was my favorite spot. I was too young to realize that their pizza sucked, nor did I care. What I loved was the arcade inside each one. Anywho, point is I spent a lot of time at Chuck E. Cheese, so I was surprised to find out that it's never been called Chuck E. Cheese as I remember. It's always been called Chuck E. Cheese's. Now that doesn't sound or look right to me. It looks more wrong the longer I look at it. I swear that apostrophe S was not there before, but there it is, right there, mocking me. Another one involving punctuation changes in a logo is Kit Kat. I remember the Kit Kat logo being Kit-Kat. But apparently the dash has never been there, and it's always just been Kit Kat pushed together. This one drives me crazy, because I swear that there was a dash in the Kit Kat logo. I remember it being there clearly. But I also remember Febreze being spelled with double E's in the middle. But it has never been spelled that way according to this reality. It's always just been spelled F-E-B-R-E-Z-E. Now here's one more logo that has changed. Home Depot is now the Home Depot. Or rather, it always has been, no matter how many people remember it just being called Home Depot. Now let's look at some more examples from famous movies. We'll start off with The Matrix. Now there's a famous scene that even became a popular meme where Morpheus says to Neo, "What if I told you that everything you know is a lie?" Well, what if I told you that Morpheus doesn't say that line in The Matrix at all? Now, I clearly remember him saying it in the movie. How do you remember it? The next one from the movies is from Apollo 13. On this one I'm talking about the famous line, "Houston, we have a problem." This line is a popular quote from this movie, and we've all been getting it wrong because the line is actually, "Houston, we've had a problem." And that just sounds so wrong that my ears are offended. Another one that offends my memory is in The Silence of the Lambs. Now do you remember when Hannibal says, "Hello, Clarice"? I do, but we shouldn't, because apparently he never says that line in the movie at all. One more movie line we shouldn't remember comes from the classic film Casablanca. The line is, "Play it again, Sam." Famous line, right? I can hear it in my head clear as day. I see the scene playing out in my mind. Many people do, but we shouldn't because that line is not in the movie. Now this next one is from history, and it shocked me, so I had to include it. Do you remember Eli Whitney, the inventor of the cotton gin? Do you remember him as a white man or a black man? Now, I remember Eli Whitney as a black man. I remember learning about him in school and celebrating him during Black History Month. But I shouldn't, because in this reality, Eli Whitney has always been a white man. Another change to history is in the spelling of Gandhi's name. The H has moved to the end. It's now spelled G-A-N-D-H-I. There's been changes to art as well. The Mona Lisa has changed. The Mona Lisa used to be expressionless, but now she clearly has a smirk. And this last example is also from history and happens to be one of my favorite Mandela Effect examples. It has to do with the JFK assassination. Now, I and many others remember there being only 2 rows of seats and 4 people in the car JFK was shot in. But now it's 3 rows of seats and 6 people. Even the exhibit car in the JFK Museum has only 2 rows of seats. But according to our current reality, it's always been 3. Well, that concludes this list of 15 insane Mandela Effect examples. Thanks for stopping by Conspiracy Theories and Chill and watching this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe before you go, and check out our other great videos while you're here. See you guys next time right here from me on Things and Stuff.